Guys, Jackie M, how you doing? Good evening from Sydney, Australia, and I am one of the Masters of Malaysian Cuisine chefs. We are in Series 5 on the theme of noodles, and we're continuing with session number 4 with Chef Rene Juefri from Dubai. Hey, Rene, how you doing?
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good, Jackie.
Great to see you. Guys, don't forget to say hello in the chat. And before we get started, I'm going to bring in some of the other guests in a second. But let's play a little message from somebody from Junior MasterChef Australia. Okay, 2 seconds, we'll be back.
Hello everyone on Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. I'm Sasi Chalaya, winner of MasterChef Australia 2018. I'm currently running a restaurant called Gajah by Sashi in Adelaide.
And hello, my name is Ryan. I'm Sashi's son and I'll be in Junior MasterChef on Network 10 starting on October the 11th. I am so excited to be on your screens for Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. Look out for my interview and my recipe on eMag4.
Have a great night.
Yeah, all right. eMag4 is coming out any day now. Norman Musa is working very hard with the layout and editing. So keep your eyes peeled for it. If you want to get your copy, you can download it at malaysianchefs.com/join today when it's released. But of course, all the previous issues of our free eMag with all the recipes by all the chefs is already available in our members area. Okay, so make sure you hit us up for that. Let me bring in the beautiful Nora Harun, who was just doing her session a couple of hours earlier from California. Hey, Nora, how you doing?
Hey,
Hi.
good
Hi,
evening,
Nora.
good morning.
Good to see you. And we have a very special guest who's going to be joining us in a second. But by the way, guys, again, don't forget to say hello and let us know where you're watching from. Do a hashtag live if you're watching this live, hashtag replay if you're watching a replay. And guys, do us a favor and share this around with people who you think might be interested in watching this. So just hit a reshare on Facebook and or send the link on YouTube to people who might be interested. And let me just play a little clip from Tourism Malaysia. We'll be back.
Hey now, make it known. Hey now, that was a bit of Hey now, you gotta see the beat. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Come on. Gotta make a move to get there right now. Somewhere nice so we can get away. Better than the ordinary day. You're my paradise. Malaysia, truly Asia.
Yay. Okay, great. So we've got a full house here. We've got Rene Juefri from Dubai and Nora Harun's going to be co-hosting him. Rene's going to be making. Rene, tell us what you're making.
So today, since we are on Series 5, we're doing noodles of Malaysian dishes, right? So today I'm making a dish called Mee Udang, or you call it, noodle with prawn gravy. Okay.
Great.
So yeah, this dish have a very, very close history to my heart. All right. So
Okay.
later on, I'll tell you what's the story behind it.
Fantastic. Okay, let me bump myself out. And again, guys, make sure you say hello in the comments and let us know where you're watching from, and we'll talk to you in a little bit. Hit us up with any questions. Rene is a genius when it comes to food because he's extremely, extremely qualified and extremely talented. So make sure you take full advantage of these sessions, okay? I'll see you guys back in a little bit. Thanks, guys. All the best.
Thank you,
All right.
Jackie.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning,
Morning.
good afternoon, good evening, everybody.
So what time for you now, Nora?
It is 4 a.m.
Wow. See, all right, all the viewers of Masters of Malaysian Cuisine, welcome back again. All right, Series 5. Nora woke up very early, all right, especially for us, okay, especially for me. She really
Yes.
wanted to co-host me for a long time back, right? So finally,
Yes,
because
for
of the time,
sure.
she put her alarm today, 4 o'clock. She's already up to be with us, okay, to see how I'm going to prepare the dish that I have today, a special dish that I've already told you earlier. It has a very close to my heart dish. So it's called prawn noodle, okay, or Mee Udang in Malaysia. We call it Mee Udang, okay. But before that, Nora, okay,
Yes.
I have a special guest actually, all right,
Oh,
who's
tell
going
us
to be
about
with
yes.
me. All right, who's going to be with you all. Okay, my very close friend, very good friend. Also, someone who's quite, I would say, quite knowledgeable with food. Okay, he does a lot of comments. He kind of critiques as well. He took. I mean, not only that, end of the day, he likes food, right? He wants to share all the best food that he's tried, and also he's looking to try, especially Malaysian food. Okay, he told me he never tried Malaysian food ever before. So that's why when I heard that, so I told myself, all right, let's get him in. Let's challenge him with Malaysian cuisine, especially like some of you guys out there from Europe, probably from other parts of the world, that's learning with us how to prepare Malaysian cuisine. So now we have one more person in the world that I managed to catch, okay, in Dubai, close to me also, to try and also try Malaysian cuisine. Try the dish today and see what he thinks about Malaysian cuisine. Okay, so I introduce you, Michael.
Hi,
Hello.
Michael.
Hello, hi everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Chef Rene, for the invitation.
Most welcome.
So today, as he said, we're gonna try the Malaysian cuisine. It's the first time that I tried any Malaysian dish. So I'm happy. I'm very happy to be his guest today, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah. So obviously Nora, you met Nora now. Okay. So Nora is based in San Francisco, California. She woke up, 4 o'clock in the morning to be with us, especially with you, right? So we make Nora's morning special as well. So we have a guest in my kitchen today, even for you guys. So even now, Michael, he has his IGTV or his live on his Instagram as well. So hop in there, come to Masters of Malaysian Cuisine, go to Masak Apa Tak Jadi today. Then we are everywhere.
Just to let everyone know, the Instagram is before I go _. So we're gonna see it over there.
Okay.
Could you repeat that one more time, Michael, so our audience can hear you?
It's before I go _.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for being with us today. Welcome, everybody. This is MOMC Monday with Chef Rene Juefri, my buddy from Dubai. I am from San Francisco, California. I'm so honored to be here today. We are doing noodles this month, and Rene, take it away. Also, before I go, you've had a lot of people that wanted to say hi. I noticed Zaleha, Chef Bob, and Mama Pearly all said hello to you. And so get started, okay? I'm excited to see your prawn mee.
Mee Udang, yes, prawn mee. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, this dish is very close to me. Okay, so I grew up in a high school where I always like to be in the cafeteria, right? I always check the food as I've grown and I've always liked food. I've always been cooking since child. Okay, so this is one of my favorite dish. If I go to the cafeteria in the morning, I will ask the auntie, what is the dish for today? So if she say it's gonna be Mee Udang or the prawn mee, then I'll be there for my break. Okay, normally I don't go for the break in the cafeteria in school, but just because of the Mee Udang or the prawn mee, I'll be there. All right. Even I ask her, I pay in advance. Tell her, okay, please have the noodle for me. Okay.
Wow.
So as
well, I hope she's watching you today.
Hi Ma.
Hello.
So we have Michael in, okay, today, who just tuned in. All right. I have a special guest, Michael. Tell me, Michael, where you're from? You didn't tell the guest where you're from.
So I'm originally from Lebanon. I studied hospitality, especially I had my master's in Switzerland in food and beverage. So it was, since childhood, it was my passion. So I continued in food and beverage. I moved to Switzerland after Lebanon and then to the States. I worked also in the States in the food and beverage. And here I am now in Dubai. Chef Rene and I were working also in the same place, in the same restaurant. He's the executive chef in that restaurant and I'm the restaurant manager. So that's exactly how we met. Yeah. But then after that, when we were talking about Malaysian cuisine, and for me, it was something new because most of the places where I lived, the Malaysian cuisine wasn't, let's say, is not familiar in those places. So that's why now I'm very curious to know what Chef Rene has to give us today.
All right. Great. Thank you, Michael.
The floor is for you. I'll be watching.
So, can I just say you're in good hands? You've got the perfect person to be teaching you what Malaysian cuisine is all about.
Yeah, 100%.
So for all the viewers again, today, Michael, also we're going to prepare the prawn noodles. Okay. this is the Malay. In Malaysia, we have this ethnic called Malay, like me. Prawn noodle. Okay, there's also Chinese prawn noodle like Jackie does, and also there's a different version like even the curry prawn noodle, a little bit of the northern or a little bit of spice of Indian of Malaysia. But this is quite the ethnic of Malay, where my race is. Okay,
So Malay is a
race,
or
a race.
race.
Okay, it's an ethnic. One of the main top three. Yeah. So let's go with the ingredient.
Okay.
Right, we have to start, and everyone is waiting. What we need to show on the ingredients. Okay. So first, to make the paste. So there's basically
just show also some of the ingredients.
so some of the ingredients here. So we have 3 stage of ingredient. Okay. So the first one that is very very important to make, which is the paste. Okay. Some viewers over there. So we're gonna make a paste for the prawn noodle. Okay, Mee Udang, with the base of onion. Okay, you have onion, garlic, all right, shrimp. This is dry shrimp. So dry shrimp back in Malaysia is a little bit bigger. Even you can find the smaller one like this from the Borneo, from Sabah. But this particular one I have is from the Middle East, from the Gulf itself. Okay, it's a Gulf shrimp, dry shrimps. So we can get it here easily. So
How would you compare the flavor of
the
Gulf shrimp?
flavor, okay, the Gulf shrimps, the flavor is a little bit more mild, and I would say milder, but not as strong as what we have back home. Okay. Also, I would say the salt level that they do it here when they dry it, is not as salty as back home. Also,
Okay.
okay. Only
Got it.
that's the difference. So by adjusting the recipe from my end is just to adjust by salt level. That's it. Okay. If you want to put more of the shrimp to make it more of a flavor of shrimp, of course we're making a shrimp or a prawn noodle today, right? So you can always put extra, double up the recipe. So we have ginger, tomato, fresh tomatoes. The tomatoes are from Malaysia. Okay. So I'm in Dubai in UAE, but I got a tomato from Malaysia. All right. So the fresh chili, lemongrass. All right. Those are the ingredients for the paste. So I've done a quick magic, Michael.
Yes.
Alright, because we want to cut short time.
I don't know if
okay?
you want to say it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the magic or no?
Yeah. Okay. So you get all the ingredients that I've already explained to you earlier. So what I did is that I peel it. Okay, I clean it and everything. So I blend it. Okay, so I make it into a paste like this.
Nice.
Yeah. So the viewers over there, say you can see the paste. So this paste, if you see, all right. So all right, you can see here, right? Okay.
That's a
So
beautiful
the
color
paste,
too.
yeah, you have all the chilies in there. And then what I did is that I've already added a little bit of water, not too much. Okay, I've always tell everyone, also a tip, Michael, when we do a paste, especially Asian, we always have a base which is a paste base.
So this is the base of your sauce.
Yes, correct. So
We have
this base.
Halima that just came on. She said hello, Jackie,
Hi.
Rene.
Hi, that's
Hello.
How are you?
Real
So
Sam Michael.
yeah, that's Amima introduced to you. This is Michael. Okay, our special guest today. He never tried Malaysian food, so
That's
let's
my
impress
first
him.
time.
Yeah. So back to the paste. So what I did is that I blended with more oil to it.
Okay.
Okay. So same like the previous series that we had. Any paste that I do, I always put more oil rather than water. So I allow all the natural water from the onion, tomatoes to do its job, and to bring it down or to make the puree easy, I use oil. Why I do that? Because I want to prevent splashing.
Oh, okay. And
Okay.
then you use olive oil
I mix.
or mix.
Depends on the cooking. Yeah. So for today, I mix canola oil with olive oil. Okay. I always like olive oil, but not too much because Malaysian cooking, not many people. I mean, we don't use olive oil, right? Okay. Because it's very lavish here. It's easy to get. Okay. So that's why I like to add it also, and also, yeah, people say it's healthy, right? So why not?
It's your heart, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, cook more with butter or like any kind of fat or.
So most of our cooking, all right, we use vegetable oil, coconut oil. Okay, most of it are vegetable oil and coconut oil. Some even use ghee.
Okay.
Okay, some cooking use ghee in Malaysia. We don't really. That's why I say we don't really use olive oil. Where you come, obviously, There's a
of
lot,
olive oil.
but where we are right now in the Middle East, we have a lot as well. So that's why I like to use it a lot. Okay.
And
So
to
what
answer Michael's question, yes, we do use butter. Yes, butter. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference, I think, because here in the Middle East, most of the dishes goes with olive oil. You
Yeah.
cook it, you garnish with olive oil, that much.
Yes.
So yeah.
Well,
So-
olive oil is certainly more accessible in the Gulf, right? It
Yes,
is a
correct.
staple. Yeah.
Yeah. So the olive oil that I always use, especially for cooking, is basically not the virgin, not really the second grade, but it's
Okay.
not all filtered, like the very light one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we've already heated up the oil. Okay. So first we have to work on the paste because that needs time a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Then the next ingredient on the line is that we have
Stop.
stock. Okay, that's the prawn stock. Okay, prawn broth. So what I did is that all the prawns that I use for today, I've already boiled it.
Mm-hmm.
All the skins, I mean, all right, the shell of it, I peeled it, and then I've already boiled it with water. That's almost around 1 liter of the stock. So one tips about the stock, what I did, I don't only boil them or blanch in the water to get the stock. What I did, I didn't fry. In Mediterranean or European or French, what I always do, I always sweat it or fry. But for this, you don't want that oil too much as well. You want that sweetness from the prawns. You don't want that red color as well because you have the one from the chili. Okay, on how we cook this is that we just boil it up,
Mhm.
all right, on a slow fire, simmer. Then I split both 50-50. So what I did, I strained the
Okay.
liquid 50%. The balance with the shell, I blitz it or I blend it. Okay, so you get all the juice from the head, from the shell,
Uh-huh.
all right, that beautiful sweetness from the prawns back in the broth, extra to it.
So
Okay.
basically, it's not the classic way of doing
Yeah.
the stock of the shrimp.
Yes.
Okay.
So I put my twist into it so that I like that prawn. If you eat prawn noodle, you want prawn because it's called prawn noodle. So you want that sweetness of the prawn. It's beautiful because the prawn you get it fresh here in the Gulf, right? So that's what I did. I've put all the shell, blend it, and then strain it. That's what I get, a beautiful stock to it. Okay. So then obviously the other ingredients, you have the tiger prawns, okay, or the Gulf prawns.
Okay.
All right, I'm using the ones between 16 to 20 per kilo.
That's from Oman or?
This is from this is the one from Oman. Yes,
Okay.
correct. This is the one from Oman because the one here from what do you call in Ras Al Khaimah, because the water is still warm from our end.
You see
So-
that much details.
So
Okay. We have a few
You see,
people
you
that
touching
just
the water.
said hi. We have Mala, we have Catherine,
Hi.
Leah is on.
hi Liam,
Hi, everyone.
Liam from South Africa. So see all the viewers.
South Africa.
Yeah, Liam
Okay.
is from South Africa. So we have
Haslina.
viewers from every parts of the world. All right, watching.
Nice. Hi guys, nice to meet you.
Yeah, so today I have who's just joined. I have Michael with me in the kitchen today. Again, first timer for Malaysian food. So let's impress him. Okay. So I filled up the oil. Okay, let's start for the first ingredient, which is the paste. The paste is ready. Right? You want a bit splash to you.
There.
Okay.
Mm. Rene, I have a quick question. I've never done this before, but you know how when you make stock from carcasses of poultry, like we roast the bones in the oven and then
Yeah.
we use it to make stock. Have you done it with prawns? I mean, have you roasted prawn shells? I've never done. I'm just curious. I mean, instead
Yeah,
of
you can do that. You can what do you call roast the shells. Okay.
Oh my God, the smell just good.
Yeah, you can smell the all the ingredients, right? Okay. So the shell is something like you do a bisque. In French, they do
Yeah.
bisque. What they do is that they roast the shell.
yeah,
Okay. Then after roasting, but don't burn the shell. It's just to get that nice caramelization out of the shrimps or the prawn shell, even lobster shell, right? All the food that you can. And then what you do, once it's dry, you get all the nice caramel. You transfer it to a pot, fill it up with water, okay? Then do it like a stock. So what is the difference is that the color, you'll get that caramelized color, slightly roasted smell and flavor of the shell. Okay, so you can do that. You can try that.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah. So I have Michael now helping me stirring up.
stirring it?
Yeah, just
Okay.
a little bit. We just increase the fire. Okay.
I think one of our chefs just said, Selamat petang, not sure who, but they just came on an MOMC ID.
All right. So we got Michael cooking up the paste. Okay, that will take around maybe around up to 7 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
What we're gonna do, so Malaysian cooking, when you do a paste, especially a base, all the paste that we cook,
Okay.
you have to cook it till the oil splits.
Okay. Because
From the paste.
I can start seeing it
Yes.
splitting up.
Yeah. So
That's what I wanted to ask you.
what you're gonna get the result of it is that because some of the ingredient is quite raw, like the onions, right? It's bitter, like the tomatoes has water and all this. So when the oil start to split, that will indicate that the paste is cooked, right? One of the indication, if you want to know when you cook Malaysian cooking or do any paste, when you cook the paste, so when the oil starts to split, that shows that the paste is cooked. All right, that is one of the indications. So sometimes it's more the bulker or the more that you cook, it will take longer. So now I say up to 8 minutes. If you make a double batch recipe, okay, then it will take longer. So then you don't come back to me and say, Chef Rene says 8 minutes. Then after that it's raw.
Raw.
So the best indication is to stir it and look at it, slow fire and allow the oil to split.
Awesome, that's a great tip. For some
Yeah.
of viewers who are new to this cuisine, like Michael, what else should
Yeah.
people look out for besides, you know, the oil splitting? Is there a certain smell they should look out for besides this visual?
Okay, from one visual, if you
Okay.
notice,
But I can already see it that's splitting up on the sides.
yeah. And the second indication is that the color of the paste, it will start to become more brighter. So you get more of that color of the chili starts to go brighter, right? You're gonna get more red out of it, and then the smell also is getting more. It starts to catch more, and then it's getting more nuttier. So some of the ingredients, it has a unique aroma when you cook it. From raw, when it's cooked, it will react differently. So those are the indications. One by visual, all right? Visual, you can see other steps, various ways, which is the oil splits. Second is the color become more vibrant, okay? And then, right? You can see, right?
I can see it already. I
Yeah.
think it needs more, 2 minutes more. Or...
Yeah, a couple more minutes will be
Yes.
fine. And by aroma, as I mentioned earlier, so you can start to smell the raw onion is a smell of cooked onion. All right. So who's used to be in the kitchen, so you understand. Who's not, or who is just started to cook now, start to be in the kitchen, who wants to learn to become a chef now or want to cook at home. So those are the tips best to take and try and experience. Okay.
So there you go, folks. Very, very crucial point of cooking Malaysian food at this point is this point right here, because if this is underdone, it affects the entire dish.
Yes. So you don't want to have a undercooked paste, okay, Michael? Yeah. Now you're having it splitting up.
I can see it.
So this is one of the thing about Malaysian cooking. So about paste, when you cook paste, it will start to bubble up. You make a mess.
Yeah.
All right.
I shouldn't
But-
have been wearing the suit.
Yeah. Sorry that I destroy your suit, but it's for protein.
Fine.
You will get the best result of it, right? You're gonna enjoy the dish. Yeah. So you can start to see, right?
can
The
see it
color.
already, yeah.
I think the viewers can start to see. So if I show again, all right, see it's light.
So the difference in color.
That's
So
correct.
okay.
And another thing, Rene, pardon me, to look out for is because of the water content in the onions, do you think that maybe we should tell our audiences that the paste maybe could have reduced from the evaporation as well?
Yes, correct. So what we want to do now is that to not only cook it, to also reduce down the water, the natural water, to let it evaporate. And this when all the liquids are already removed or evaporated, all the ingredients will start to cook.
Chef
Okay.
Joe, welcome.
Hi. Oh, Chef Joe is on. My father is on.
Oh, hi, chef.
So, Chef Joe, we have a special guest today. All right, Michael from Lebanon.
We have
How do
Yasmin.
you?
I think it's amazing.
Good
Yeah.
morning
It's split up
from
completely.
Hi,
Melbourne.
from Melbourne. So obviously you need a prawn for
Okay.
the dish, right?
So that's how you cook it.
Okay. So I've already removed the shell.
Okay.
Okay. I leave the head. All right. I'll put it here. We're gonna need it next. All right.
Okay.
Just be careful.
My suit is already ruined, so don't worry
Already
about it.
ruined. Ah.
Let me
Okay.
close it up so I don't ruin my shirt too. Oh,
Okay.
not here. Should I turn it down a little bit?
Yeah.
Oops, that's
Another one.
splash.
Okay. Should
Mama
cover it a bit.
Tony. Good
Hi,
evening.
Mom. Kelly.
Hi.
So the next thing after this that we need to stand by is the stock. All right. We've already done the prawn stock earlier. Okay. If you can see some of the other ingredients here are for garnish. So for the noodle, all right, we're using egg noodle
Egg
for
noodles.
the dish. Okay. So egg noodle. So this egg noodle is available here fresh. Okay. So I got it from the retail. What I've already done, I've already pre-blanched them. Okay. In boiling salt water. All right.
And here it's already
then-
started to reduce.
Yeah. So you can start to see it's reducing as how Nora mentioned earlier. The water starts to evaporate.
The oil is split up and then the
Really?
color got broken.
Yes. So now even the aroma change, right? You can get it more.
I can smell it already.
Yeah.
The color has turned from a yellow hue to orange.
Yeah. So it's getting more orangey, more reddish from obviously because of the chili earlier, right? We have the fresh chili and the dry chili.
I think in a minute we should add the stove chef.
Yeah.
Or I'm mistaken?
In a minute, we fine. All right, a bit more. All right,
Yeah.
it's like patient.
And
Okay.
from all the sugars from all the vegetables.
Yeah.
Caramelized.
The
Yeah.
natural sugar from the ingredients, correct?
Yeah.
So,
So I have a
what we're
question
gonna do?
regarding your noodles. Could you use a different type of noodle, Rene, besides egg noodle?
Yeah, sure. So for this particular dish, it's always egg noodle. All right, we always know when we go to Malaysia, it will be served with egg noodle.
Okay.
But some people would also change, or if you prefer, if you don't like the egg noodle, you can have with rice noodle, flat rice noodle. Even they can try and go and check your previous cooking. You make a fresh homemade pasta. You can also make the same. All right, you can serve with the same one. So even pasta, if you wish, you can also serve the dish with pasta. All right. But now I'm showing you the traditional or how we're gonna technically locally serve in Malaysia. Okay. So the paste here is beautiful now. All right. Michael have already worked hard for it. Okay. So you can see the oil is starting to split. Beautiful. All right. What we want to do now, I have some brown sugar here. Okay. I'm going to put some brown sugar in.
Mm.
Though the shrimp is or the prawn is already sweet, but I just add the brown sugar just to kind of refresh again all the ingredients earlier. Okay, because you have the chili, you don't want only that spice to be there. You want to again liven up like the lemongrass. Lemongrass has a natural sweetener as well, right?
Yeah.
Aroma. So that's the purpose of the sugar. All right, it's not to make it sweet. It's just to balance out the flavors and ingredients. So, Michael, we have the stock.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
So let's pour it in.
Hi, Alip. Sedap. Mee Udang. Is
Okay.
the gravy or the sauce for this, is this a thick sauce, Rene, or some like is it like curry?
Okay.
Oh, you just,
It's
sorry, you just added-
it's not as thick. It shouldn't be as thick. It's not also as liquidy like a soup. All right. It's in the middle because you have a good amount of the spice earlier. All
Okay.
right. Those are the thickening agent. So now you put the liquid. So earlier we've already cooked the spices, right? Then you have dry shrimps, all some of the ingredients have lost its liquid. Now you put again a liquid back to it. What it does is that it will expand again. Okay, so that it will become a natural thickener for the sauce.
Awesome.
Okay, so you will see later on the gravy is between not too runny, not like a soup, not too thick like a thick soup, not like a creamy soup. Okay?
Medium thickness.
Medium thickness.
Yeah.
So after putting in the stock, right? So we increase the fire, let it boil, bring it up to boil now. Okay. You can leave it
You can
on
leave
the
it
side.
as it is now.
As it is, let it do its work. All right. So, Michael,
Mhm.
so how do you find now, knowing some of
Wow.
this detail about Malaysian
A lot
cooking?
of things, to be honest. I felt I'm ignorant
Yeah.
that much. I think, yeah, in culinary and then in food culture, you can never get enough, to be honest. There is always something to learn every day, especially meeting people from everywhere in the world, chefs from everywhere in the world. Some days I just think that I know a lot, but then after that I meet someone, he teaches me something else, and then I'm ignorant again. So just keep learning.
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
So that's the beautiful of also traveling, right? You've been
Yeah.
traveling a lot. Now you've already based yourself here in Dubai, in UAE. You never thought you're gonna meet a Malaysian
No,
chef. All
never.
right. All of a sudden end up being in the same kitchen now, learning a Malaysian dish.
100%.
Right.
Especially that not a lot of Malaysian, if I'm not mistaken, chef.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good. Very happy to learn that because especially that here in Dubai you have a lot of Indian influence in terms of cuisine. So you can find a lot of Indian food, also some other Asian food, but Malaysian cuisine I have never seen a restaurant. Do you know any restaurant?
There's a few restaurants here in UAE itself, especially Dubai. Dubai, we have, I think, there's around 3 to 4 restaurants. The one that people know around here, if you pass by to Dubai, pass by Nor Malaysia, okay. Then you have Mamak restaurant, like the Mamak in Malaysia. So it's called Mamak also in Malaysia, in Dubai itself. Then also Noodle Bowl.
Okay.
Okay. Noodle Bowl is between Malaysia and Singaporean dish. So I mean, we share the same culture. It's from the Golden Triangle itself. All the spice, all the ingredients, all the culture itself is similar. So these 3 restaurants that maybe if you pass by to Dubai, you wanna know or try Malaysian food here, even you next, I can bring you over there.
Wow.
All
But
right.
that's the authentic Malaysian cuisine, correct?
Yeah.
Like I'm eating
You
really
can get,
Malaysian.
yeah. Correct. Yeah.
That's important.
Now here you're gonna get authentic as
Oh,
well.
that's double authentic.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm
So
sure
next-
you can't. I'm sure you can't get this dish in any of those restaurants.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So that's why I'm cooking it today, all right,
Yeah.
for Michael, because I mean, I've been traveling to find Malaysian food around. So this particular one, I didn't manage to find yet. Maybe after this, someone will watch it and end up putting it on the menu, right?
Yeah.
So you can see it's boiling now. All right. Aroma is nice. Okay, you just want to bring it up to one boil. Now reduce the fire. Let it slowly reduce. Not too much. Maybe around 5 to 10% reduction. That's it. What we're gonna do, a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Okay. Not too much yet. Okay, for now. Why? Because later on, when
Then
it, yeah, later on, because it's getting reduced, so
okay, so it will
the
be
salt more
salty.
saltier. Yeah. Okay, so you can see, right?
Yeah.
Just a good taste. It's not there yet, but for you, I mean, at least you need to know stages by stages on flavor when you cook, right?
I can already taste the prawn already.
Describe to us what you're tasting, Michael.
So now
Very nice.
it's quite light.
Yeah.
All right, and later on we're gonna put in the prawns itself. Okay, the fresh prawns, so it's gonna give more of that flavor into it. And then when the sauce gets a little bit reduced,
Awesome.
it starts to build up. All right,
Wow.
like it?
Amazing.
Yeah. It's not ready yet. So next, so once the sauce is ready, okay, the next thing to do is to put in the prawn, but we give it a little bit time.
Okay.
All right, let the prawn wait a little bit. Chef Dave is here. So Chef Dave.
Hi, chef.
So we have Michael. Okay, Chef Dave is a vegan chef.
Very nice.
All right, he's out of all of us, the Malaysian Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. He's the one that you doing vegan.
Okay.
All right, so he veganized Malaysian cuisine. All right, for all the viewers as well. So some of you are also vegan. All right, all want to try a vegan dish. Okay, it's a very trendy thing now, right? Even here in Middle East, right?
Everywhere.
We get demand on it. So tune in with Chef Dave. He veganized everything. Even some of our dish, my otak-otak, he veganized my otak-otak as well. All right.
But how hard is it to veganize like Malaysian cuisine? Is it like because in Malaysia do you count a lot on protein coming from meat, or you think it's a cuisine that you can veganize it?
Actually, to be honest, It's or I would say the cuisine itself is quite versatile. You can veganize it as long that you understand the ingredient. Okay. The relation between the vegan ingredient and non-vegan ingredient. Okay. The texture and the base. So for the base, for example, if you want to veganize today's dish, right? You have the base which is already vegan, right? Apart from the shrimp, you can remove the shrimp, but you can also change it. You can use tauchu or the fermented soy. Okay.
And the noodles.
The noodles
And
you
the
can
eggs.
go
Rice noodles.
rice noodle. Okay. Even now they have this yellow noodle
Okay.
without egg. Okay. Even eggs, they veganize the eggs. Okay. They have a vegan egg which is made from flaxseed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is veganized.
Yeah. So that's what they do today, and technically almost everything I would say. So Chef Dave is doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Well,
have a
big respect.
question, Rene. We have a question. Someone just asked if you skim the foam off the gravy, or do you leave it in there?
Sorry, or skim it or leave it.
Yeah. Do
Okay.
you skim it?
For this, I will leave it.
Leave it. Okay.
Yeah. For this particular dish, I will leave it. Why? Because earlier during the making of the stock, okay, the prawn stock I've already removed them prior. That's the actual what do you call the foam from the protein, the flavor. I understand that some protein when you cook, it produce foam. All right, that particular foam is quite bitter, but this one is not because it's already done prior. Unless you cook it from raw, then you have to skim it. But this is all the flavors now. This is the beautiful flavor of it. All right. And you want that because you don't want a clear broth. You want to see all the beautiful flavors in it. Okay.
Got it.
So before that, it's almost there.
Bok choy.
So we have here. Okay. Bok choy. Okay. So bok choy normally is the bigger root. Okay. Yeah. So this is almost like a what do you call in Malaysia? You call it sawi, or here some people call it the tin bok choy. Okay. Bok choy. Even some also call it as kailan somehow. All right. But in Malaysia, this is called kailan.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you can't get that? Can you substitute it with something else?
Yeah, sure. So you can substitute with, for example, if you like spinach, you can use spinach. If you like, what else we have? Cabbage. All right. If you want to have round cabbage, you can change to round cabbage as well. So any green, technically. Okay, because this green is just in to enhance the dish. Okay, and also a garnish to the dish. Okay. So now we're gonna set the garnish aside. Okay, for the dish. So you have here. Okay, the what do you call this? Crispy onions. All right, crispy shallot or crispy onion. Boiled egg. All right. I've already blanched the veg earlier. Okay, prior. Wait. And you know what's that?
Sprouts.
Bean sprouts. So bean sprout is also one of the important garnish. All right. Yeah, important garnish in Malaysian cooking or in the noodles soup especially. It can go stir fry. It can go this version soup. Okay. So the prawns is falling to go in.
Yeah.
All right. So the gravy looks nice now. You can see Nora. All right. The viewers.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, you can see the oil again splits again. Right.
So basically, you're boiling the shrimps, the prawns in the sauce.
Yeah. Now.
Okay.
Okay.
Zalika is saying
now?
sawi putih. Sawi putih, is that another name for
Sawi
bok
putih.
choy?
Yeah. Also in Malaysia we call it sawi putih.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So now we put in. What we need to do is just slow fire. When it starts to simmer up, switch it off.
Okay.
All right. You don't want to overcook your shrimps. Remember that. Okay. You want to have that crunchy also. So the garnish is there. We're almost there. Last garnish is red chili. Are you okay on the chili?
Of course, I'm.
All right. Are you a fan of spice?
I love spice.
Yeah.
But don't kill us, chef.
Okay. No, for you, I would.
You can do it.
Okay. So chef, basically it's very similar to pad thai, if I'm not mistaken.
Pad thai. Okay.
To a certain point, I mean, you have the sprouts, some of the onions. Okay, you don't have the nuts, maybe. but it's kind of a shrimp pad thai.
So pad thai is quite because they use rice noodle.
Rice noodle,
Alright.
fish sauce,
Fish
soy
sauce,
sauce.
but-
Some of them you use peanut butter, if I'm not mistaken, to make
Yeah.
the sauce.
So that is the Thai version of the noodles, but that is not prawn noodle.
That's
So
not
if you notice, why you say that, because you see the garnish,
Yes.
right? So garnish for Malaysian cooking also, right? Because these are all the beautiful ingredients we have that we share.
Okay.
That's the natural ingredients that we have. So that's why they also have the same flavor
Okay.
and same texture,
Okay.
almost the same ingredient. All right. Only that Malaysian cooking we don't use fish sauce, right? So one distinct flavor that separates us is the fish sauce also. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So garnish wise, yes,
Yes.
chili is
Yes,
one of our
prawns,
favorite,
Yes,
right?
chili, yes.
We
Yeah.
have belacan.
Belacan, yes,
Yeah.
belacan. So belacan is the shrimp, but made into paste, a fresh
Mhm.
baby shrimp
Very
like
fresh
this.
taste.
So what they do is that they ferment it,
Mhm.
right? And then they make it into paste. So it has a very, very strong,
Shrimp paste.
yeah,
Yes.
it's like a shrimp
That
paste,
means,
yeah. So that's
Strong
it.
in flavor, I think.
Yeah, very strong.
Yeah.
But if you see a lot of Malaysian cooking recipe,
Mhm.
you will find it at least around 80% of it will be there. All right. So it's something quite a signature ingredient also.
Okay.
Okay, for us.
So shrimps is important. If I now I can understand it if it's important in your cuisine, if I'm not mistaken.
So prawns or shrimp in our
Prawns, let's say.
because the thing, okay, depends on which part of Malaysia also.
Okay.
All right. So one thing about Malaysia, okay,
Goes
we
like
come.
this.
So it's quite it's from the north to south. It's quite a long it's like a straight country going
Mhm.
up. All right.
And split apart.
Geographic.
Yeah.
So you have north to south,
Mhm.
where around it there's a coast.
Okay.
All right. So you have central cooking, the
Mhm.
northern side cooking,
Mhm.
something like Lebanon.
Okay.
All right, where you have the one in the coastal is different.
Yes.
They are more exposed to it. So
Correct.
this is also one of the dish that commonly found in this area, in the coastal part of Malaysia, where you get seafood a lot. Okay. In the central, maybe you'll find it in the version of with chicken. So you get the chicken soup, chicken noodle.
Chicken noodles. Okay.
Yeah, or beef noodle. Okay.
Very good.
So the belacan, again,
Okay.
going back to the shrimp paste,
Uh-huh.
because this is kind of a proud ingredient, because we are along the coastal,
Mhm.
all right, where everyone kind of unite in the middle with all the
Okay. I
ingredients.
see. Yeah.
So this is one of the ingredients,
Okay.
I would
Cool.
say, all right, that
Mhm.
unites all the flavor that can be blend with anything. So it can go with beef, chicken, anything that it goes.
I'll go for shrimp today.
Yeah, all right.
Let me start taking some pictures of you also while you're cooking.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, so now we have already simmering up. Okay, let's switch it off. See the prawns. So again, we don't want to overcook the prawns. Wow, you can see the size of the prawns, how beautiful they are. We have to check the seasoning now. All right, Michael, again for the viewers as well.
Let's try it out.
So it needs a little bit of salt because you already put the prawns.
Michael, you have to tell us what you're tasting.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
Can I, chef?
Yeah, please go
Okay.
ahead. I need to check also if enough salt. All right, viewers, it's very important. Even anyone, even myself, I always remind myself salt and taste. Okay, this is the most important thing that you have to finish your dish.
Yes. I think it needs a little bit more salt, if I'm not mistaken, chef.
Yep. So you know where we want to go, right?
Yes. Because salt, I think, is the most important ingredient.
Yeah.
For me, it's if you know how to do it or you fail, basically.
True.
And
The
also,
basic
and I think it's also important to note if you're eating gravy or sauce with another component like your noodles, you want to up the salt a little bit because the noodles will soak it all up and then gives you that balance versus just
correct.
drinking the soup itself, right?
Yes, correct. So seasoning, salt, pepper, all these are actually enhanced to enhance all your main ingredient and all the beautiful ingredient before that we have. It kinds of give it a life again and stand out. Okay, that's why we have salt and pepper.
Michael,
Right.
I'm
So
waiting
let's-
for you to describe what flavors you detected.
Michael, so Nora
Yes.
was asking, what flavors did you detect?
So,
What kind of?
basically, I can feel directly the little bit of spiciness. I think it comes from the chili.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. The flavor that is, let's say, the most aggressive is the shrimp. So directly you can smell the shrimp before tasting, before like even before even putting the spoon in your mouth. So and I don't know, like some vegetables that of course comes from the paste from the beginning. But yeah, the shrimps now before when I tasted before putting the shrimp flavor was a little bit weaker than now after you chef. After chef added the prawns, why I call it the shrimp? Okay, the prawns is it gave us a little bit a stronger flavor of prawns, and I'm expecting something more and more
Time by time, yeah.
time by time.
It starts to
And
build up.
we love that.
Right.
We love that in our cuisine. The more funk, the better it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So
Chef Joe just
I
said
think-
Tanjong Dawai, Belacan Tanjong Dawai, of course.
yeah, so now we're gonna have a belacan war.
There
So,
we go.
Chef
Never
Ju just
fail.
mentioned
Every
about-
time someone mentions Belacan, your dad will have to have a disclaimer. Tanjong
Yeah.
Dawai.
So Chef Joe just mentioned again going back to the shrimp paste, Tanjong Dawai.
Okay.
This is one of the best shrimp paste that you get from Malaysia.
Okay. You cannot find it here.
Here no. So what I have
Oh,
to do
sure.
all the time is that I get my friends, or if I go back, I have to
You
go
bring them.
and bring it. All right. So I think we are almost there.
Okay.
All right. The main thing is there, ready. Done the garnish. Okay, we are there with the garnish.
Are we gonna add the noodles there or
No.
on the plate?
So
direct? So you
we're
place it
gonna
on
plate it on
Asked what kind of noodles you're using. So you're using egg noodles.
egg noodles
Yes.
today. Yes.
Yeah. So now he knows. All right.
Yes.
Which
Which I
noodle again?
prefer, egg noodles.
Yeah. There you go. Michael just answered it. So now he knows Malaysian cooking now.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we're using egg noodles today. All right. This is freshly made here in UAE. All right. We have a Chinese grocery that produce egg noodles. So
Okay.
which is good. Before we were struggling. All right. To cook, especially me when I prepare noodle dish, Malaysian
Okay.
noodle dish.
And
It's
this is
not-
very different from the Malaysian. Chinese.
Yeah, so it's not really different because
Okay.
even the one that
Okay.
they produce is the same specification and also the same flavor, same ingredient
Amazing.
that we have.
Cool.
Okay, so I've already blanched the noodle. All right, though it's fresh, but you need to blanch the noodle
I
with
think 2 minutes.
yeah. It's only to steep it or blanch it very quick. It will start to become more brighter. It's cooked
Yeah.
already prior cooking, but it's just to leaven it up and get it fresh again. Okay, so let's play it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct, chef.
So let's show the viewer a little bit what we're doing.
I think one of the most common mistakes with the egg noodles is people overcooked it.
Yes.
They take it as a spaghetti and then 7-8 minutes, and then after that you add the sauce and then it will cook it again for another 3 minutes. And then you'll not find noodles anymore.
Yeah,
It's overcooked.
people do that. It's
Yes.
they forget.
I've seen it a lot in kitchens and they forget about it because you just literally have to put it in and then take it out. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. It's just
Yeah.
because it's already cooked and it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful noodle itself. People
So,
put
Michael?
Thai food.
Yeah.
Besides working with Rene at the hotel, the restaurant, what else do you do?
So basically, for now on, it's when I'm not at work with Rene. So I'm basically visiting all over Dubai, all the restaurants, from morning to night. So today I have a full schedule, 3-4 restaurants. Also, I go to hotels to check out their food and beverage department in terms of coffee shops, bars, restaurants, lounge, and stuff like that. So basically, I finish my work, which is related to food and beverage, and I go make my hobby, like practice my hobby in food and beverage too. So yeah, basically now I'm building up my Instagram also as just foodie. And starting it now in Dubai, like 2 weeks ago, I started it. Yeah, and I think it's the best industry. You can never get bored of it. You know,
Absolutely.
we're always hungry. We eat at 4 p.m. We get hungry at 7 p.m. and then it starts again and again and again.
So, in your opinion, what you were seeing today, what Rene is doing, is there anything remotely similar to what you've experienced?
Actually, as I said before, I haven't experienced in my life yet the Malaysian cuisine, which is like a little bit strange because I've experienced other cuisines which are not as famous as the Malaysian, let's say. But Chef Rene, he never, let's say, failed to impress me. You know, from work till now, and especially now we're working on a new menu. It's I think it's on another level. But yeah, what I'm seeing now in terms of plating, I think guys, you can see it. I mean, just take it a little bit to the camera. One more shrimp is coming now.
That looks so good.
Wow. And what I like also about Chef Rene is that he takes his time in plating, you know. He doesn't just plate like this. No. And that's very important. That's 50% of the dish.
Because you eat with your eyes first.
Yes.
There you go.
And I always say that, especially in my restaurant, is that seeing is selling. Whenever you see something nice, you're gonna sell it.
Okay. So if you see there, all right, first I put the noodle, right? Then I buff the noodle itself with the gravy. Some of the prawns. Okay, now I'm serving with 3 prawns. Then on the side earlier we were talking about the green sprouts. Okay, green sprouts on top. You got the what do you call, the vegetable on it. All right, the bok choy on it. Then you have the sliced chili, the fresh chili. You got the boiled egg. All right, I've already boiled some egg, hard boiled egg on the side.
Should be hard boiled, chef.
Hard boiled or medium, if you wish. Okay, some people like it soft. All right, runny, so you get that yolk, kind of running yolk. Then you can mix in the gravy. It will be also nice.
I've seen that a lot in the Korean cuisine.
Yeah,
they like it like that.
And the crispy onions. Okay,
that looks so good.
Michael.
Yeah.
Obviously, I invite you to try Malaysian cuisine.
It's amazing.
So that's yours.
Thank you very much, chef.
Tell the viewers.
Well, I can already.
Please.
I already ate it with my eyes, as you said before.
You have to try it. You have to tell the audience. All right.
Yes.
How do you
Let
find
me also
it?
take a picture of it. To post it on Instagram. I'm gonna tag you right now.
Okay.
Wow.
So for the viewers, is there any other question, Nora? Is there any question for Michael or myself with the dish?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Someone wants you to Uber it to them.
Can I try it right now, chef?
Yes, please, Michael.
Okay.
All right. So everyone, the viewers, okay, this is going to be the verdict of Michael saying if he's going to like Malaysian cuisine or no. All right. Based on this. So a dish that's very close to my heart. I really love it when I was in school. All right, in high school. It's called prawn noodle or Mee Udang. Okay, that I only go for the cafeteria if I have this on the day. How do you find it?
Amazing.
So he's speechless. So that's good. That's one indication. That's speechless.
I still haven't tried the prawn.
All right. You have to try the prawns as well.
It's already.
All right. The gravy. Right.
Very nice. Let's now try the prawn.
Yeah. So.
Do you want to try it, chef?
Yeah, please. I'm gonna try it after. This is specially made for you.
For me.
All right. So let you experience the whole dish, and also for the viewers, for a first timer maybe who wants to try the dish, we're gonna have the recipe shared to you by end of all the series is done, series 5. So series 5, we still have 2 more weeks on Mondays, right? Masters of Malaysian Cuisine show every Monday. That on series 5 now, everyone is preparing noodles. Okay, so today I'm preparing prawn noodles, okay, or Mee Udang.
Sorry to interrupt you, chef.
Yeah,
Chef Nora, it's amazing. That's what you're waiting for. It's wow. And that's how I like my shrimps. I don't like it chewy, as you can find it everywhere. Especially, even if you're in a country where you have shrimps, most of the chefs don't know how to cook shrimp. So this is amazing.
Well,
So,
thank you very much,
Michael. I'm so glad that Rene had the honor to cook your first Malaysian food, because now the bar is set pretty high, and you are going to be looking for food this good everywhere you go.
That's 100%. I think now I'll keep pushing on him to add some items also on our menu.
Yeah. So we're
From
gonna
Malaysian cuisine.
We're gonna get more Malaysian dish in the restaurant, okay, in the hotel soon. Okay, so
That's
at least we get a first timer to try Malaysian cooking, especially the Mee Udang, my own personal favorite. Okay, so some of you who would like to try the recipe, you can wait for the recipe to come out, but also you can also tune in again, watch this particular video that we go live. Okay, watch it again and post the hashtag that you revisit and watch again. And maybe if you have done the dish, just hashtag and share us also your pictures of the dish. So
Yeah.
Michael is still on it. Okay. So any question from the other viewers? But
I have no time to answer if there's any question.
yeah,
I think it's also wonderful that you had. I hear that you're are going to possibly introduce Malaysian cuisine at your restaurant, and having Michael be the first one to try, because as chefs we don't get to meet our customers to talk about what we presented. Right, we're in the kitchen. So as a restaurant manager, he can be your first sale. So to be able to tell your guest because he's experienced it firsthand.
100%.
yeah. So now we've already brought Malaysian flavor to Michael. All right, we've already introduced to him. So obviously now is for him to dream. All right, his step to Malaysia and visit Malaysia soon. So once everything is getting down, everyone is okay. Time to travel is already open, so you can visit Malaysia.
Yeah, and I want to try the street food. I hear about it a lot. So also let's see. Probably the next visit.
Yeah.
Rene, can I ask you a couple of questions about your recipe again? Sorry, I was actually a little bit tied up behind the scenes. Can you repeat for our viewers what was in the spice paste originally?
So in the spice paste, all right, those are the ingredients. So we have onion, garlic, dry chili. You have dry shrimps, ginger, fresh tomato, fresh chili, lemongrass. That's
Okay,
it.
great, fantastic. Because I'm asking because I've had Mee Udang in Malaysia before, and I sometimes it tasted quite tomatoey, almost as though they put tomato sauce in the gravy. You did that with yours though, because
I didn't put any tomato ketchup or tomato sauce. That's what they do, but I use fresh tomatoes. That's the actual tomato flavor. Because the thing is, that's what people do. They want to get more bulk on the sauce with less cost. You can always opt for the tomato ketchup, but tomato ketchup again, if you overuse it, okay, if you get too generous on the tomato ketchup, then that's what you get. You end up with tomato ketchup flavor only. So you can't get the actual sugar.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'll definitely have to try this, because one of the things that have put me off attempting it in the past is because sometimes it tastes just like tomato noodles. You know what I mean? When they use too much ketchup. But yours sounds really intriguing. The other thing I want to ask you is, do you serve it with any kind of sambal or anything like that at all? Or?
So for this particular one, I don't. But you can always do a shrimp sambal, probably. All right, sambal belacan, or the onion sambal, or sambal ikan bilis, which is the one with the baby fish. All right, anchovy. Okay, so you can do that, but with the amount of spice, what you have on the recipe is already quite good. Okay?
You don't need it.
Especially like now, for Michael, he experiencing all the flavors, all the spices there. Unless again, as I say, if you're a person who likes to go really spicy, you can always put a condiment on the side, like the sambal on the side. You can mix it as well.
Michael got quiet for the last 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna speak before I finish this.
he's devouring it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for this, guys. How are we going with time? All right, yeah. Thank you so much, Nora, for hosting this. I know she's only she's running on 2 hours sleep or something like that. So this is really, really pretty amazing of her. And Rene, thank you so much for doing this. I can't wait for the recipe to come out. So this is going to be in EMAG 5, guys, and we're working on EMAG 4 as we speak to get that out to you. So don't forget to sign up at our website, malaysianchefs.com/join today to get a hold of all our EMAGs, all our recipes. Okay, and Michael, lovely to have you, and we would love to have you back again another time. Maybe one day you can actually do something for us. We want to check out, and then Rene can give you a little bit of a touch of Malaysia in your recipe, as long as you don't mind.
Good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone, thank you for staying up if you're in my part of the world. And to everyone else, have a great rest of the day. And don't forget, our next session is going to be on Wednesday with one of our specials with Masa Jadi Hari Ini, Mak John, our partner Facebook group. So tune in for that. All right. We'll have another great session for you guys to look forward to. And until next time, I will bump us out with another Tourism Malaysia clip. All right, so don't forget to dream now and travel later. See you guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Ha ha ha!